5.5% growth here, nearly $692 billion. What was driving this? Because indeed it was sort of a rocky year for retail, particularly certain areas of retail.
Yeah, certainly. I had one CEO describe it to me at the end of last week as a hockey stick year, where the beginning of the year really wasn't that good. And then November and December, we really saw things take off. And I think that's due to a number of factors. One was we saw stronger than expected employment gains in October, November. That led to increased wages and more consumer spending. And I think as we got closer to the holiday season, we saw Thanksgiving weekend very strong numbers. And at that point, we all knew that we were in for a pretty good year. And as we got closer to the end of the year, we saw the tax reform deal all come together. And I think sort of the animal spirits got unleashed. People felt very good. They felt confident. Companies were announcing bonuses that were going to take place and wage increases. I think there's just a lot of positive momentum that carried through the end of the year as a result of that.
You know, it's really interesting when I look at the breakdown of sectors here. The biggest increase was in building materials and supplies, which isn't something you normally think of as coming in your holiday stocking, right? You get a 2x4. But was this sort of a lingering effect of hurricanes and whatnot and people rebuilding, or is there something there that is more fundamental retail spending?
I think it's probably a combination. If you go through all of the categories, I think virtually every one of the categories was up. Electronics was up, apparel was up, home goods is up, furniture is up. So they're all up. That one happens to be up the highest, I think 8% or 8.7%, right. Some pretty big number. But the others are 4, 5, 6, 7%. So great growth, nice distribution across the segments. Some of that could have been the recovery efforts after the hurricanes. That was an input that went into a lot of the forecasts that people put out, ours and others included. When you're doing your forecast in early October, you're looking at the two hurricanes at the end of the year, into the third quarter, and I think that created some uncertainty about where we would go. Things turned out much better than we expected.